Welcome back for session 2. So glad to have you. In session number 1, we talked about building our perfect team. So how do we build our perfect team? 3 ways. First way is understanding the client's goals. And when I say understanding, we're asking lots of questions and we're digging into what they really want to experience during the building process and their goals in terms of budgets and all kinds of different things that we'll go through later. But that's number 1, understanding the client's goals. The second thing is aligning the team to take the client from A to B. They start at A, we work through their goals to get to the finish line. Okay, so aligning our team. The third thing is creating agreements or contracts with everybody so that we're all moving together in the same direction. So we have that guiding light. We're all moving together. That was session 1. Now session 2 is how to manage the budget. We're going to walk through why are budgets such maybe a disaster in some cases. I'm going to walk through the 3 things that we do to ensure that we're communicating effectively and appropriately with our clients in terms of the budget. So have you ever been in that situation where you have cost overruns and it creates potential mistrust and worry, and there are time delays, and the whole thing is just a disaster? That is a common pitfall in construction, and it's a very uncomfortable place for everybody to be. Sometimes when we're putting a budget together, there are the knowns, right? So things that are on the plans, but more importantly, the unknowns, the mysteries that have not been solved yet. So some examples could be, I see wood floors on the plans, but are these European oak? Are they 3.5 inches? Are they 5 inches? Are they 7 inches? Are they fumed? Are they oil finished? Are they polyurethane? Boom, 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 all these things. So when I see wood floors, it's not just wood floors, it's all the missing information, okay? Some other things could be just flat out not determined yet, and allowances are plugged in. And those allowances really want to be fairly accurate or pretty accurate based on the client's goals. Things do need to be detailed during the project. It's best if it's detailed in the beginning of the project. So we've all been there, and frankly, it's a positioning exercise in the beginning. It's a positioning exercise around money, around time, around expectations. And imagine if the entire team felt great about the budget, meaning we know what's in the budget and we know what's not in the budget and what needs to be developed. Then we can all move together. So I realize that now, as I've gone through the years of construction, that it is our job to collectively, as a group with our designers, our architects and builders, and the client, to collectively position each of these cost codes so that we are pricing the home out accurately from the beginning and understanding what is not in the budget. There are checkpoints that we work through, and in our course we walk you through all of that entire system. So we work through checkpoints to ensure that when we do start the home, our foundation is really solid in terms of the money, in terms of the budget, in terms of tracking the budget. We work through all of these systems. So let's just sort of recap here. Number 1, most important thing, understand and get clear on what's in the budget and what you see is not in the budget. That is so, so, so important. Second thing is we need to analyze all of the data that we're collecting. We're collecting bids, we're collecting details from architects, we're collecting information that might change. We're collecting and organizing, and we are analyzing all of this information so that it can be plugged into a piece of paper. It's, on a piece of paper that we review. The third thing, which is really, really, really important, is to make sure that you're communicating what we've discovered in the analysis and recognizing what still needs to be developed. And again, we show you how to do all of this in our course. But if I could wrap it and tie it in a bow for you, those would be the three major things. Get clear on the scope, analyze and organize, communicate the knowns and unknowns. So I hope that's really helpful. That is our second session, which is properly managing a budget from start to finish. And remember, we're going to walk through a live session, a case study of a home that we've built very, very successfully. Again, it could be a $100,000 home, it could be a $10 million home. These checkpoints exist no matter what. So stay tuned. We're going to update you on when to join us for our live session on our case study.